Have you ever felt an inexplicable connection to places, eras, or even people you've never met? Have you gone through experiences that make you question if this is truly your first life? In Buddhist teachings, the concept of reincarnation is profound, and certain signs within us may indicate that our soul has traversed other lives. This video will reveal 8 fascinating signs of such a journey, and you may be surprised to see how many of them resonate with your own life. Imagine understanding the roots of your emotions, your preferences, and even certain talents that seem to emerge from within you without explanation. If you've ever had that intense sense of déjà vu or intuition so strong that it feels like a guiding force, this video may finally bring the answers you've been seeking. You may be an old soul, carrying lessons and wisdom accumulated from past lives. Staying until the end will help you dive deeper into these discoveries, identify these signs, and understand how they shape who you are today. And with that, you may begin to sense the deeper meaning of your journey and connect with aspects of yourself you may never have explored before. Are you a reincarnated soul? The answer might be closer than you think. If you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel right now, like the video to help us reach more people, and leave a comment saying, "I accept my soul's wisdom." Your engagement is essential for us to continue bringing revealing and transformative content like this. Buddhism reveals a surprising view of the soul. It is not something static, but a traveler who crosses countless lives, accumulating experiences and wisdom in each one. Imagine for a moment that your true essence, the one that has always accompanied you, has already lived other stories, loved other people, and faced different challenges. In each life, it molds itself, carries new lessons, and seeks to free itself from the cycle of suffering samsara. But can you identify traces of that hidden past within you? With each reincarnation, your soul doesn't just return to the world. It returns in search of something more, perhaps, to resolve unfinished business, deepen wisdom, or maybe to overcome a lingering obstacle. What if that unique skill, that precise intuition, or even a fear you don't understand, is a direct reflection of past experiences? In Buddhism, it's believed that these subtle marks act as keys, revealing parts of who you once were. Think of how often you experience sensations that don't seem to belong to this life, as if you're accessing a memory from another time. These fragments hold valuable secrets about who you truly are. Each life is a new opportunity for your soul to seek enlightenment, but it is also a test, a passage where experiences are not random. Have you ever wondered why certain situations or types of people seem to reappear in your life, as if they were puzzles waiting to be solved? In Buddhism, each of these moments could be a sign of the journey your soul is on toward awakening. Each encounter, each choice, each difficulty could be an opportunity to understand and overcome what binds us. Ultimately, the goal is to reach nirvana, the state where the cycle of rebirths finally ends, revealing true peace. And this raises an even deeper question. How many lives will be needed until your soul finds total liberation? With each rebirth, what valuable qualities do you bring, and what lessons remain to be learned? In Buddhist teachings, the evolution of the soul is not just a concept, but a path, and it's up to each of us to decipher the signs showing how far we've come. If you're curious about what these past lives may have left within you, prepare to uncover a bit more of your own essence on this fascinating journey. Now, let's dive into the signs that reveal if you are a soul who has walked this world in other eras. Each of these signs is a clue, a trace of accumulated experiences from past lives, which appear to those who have been here before. Throughout this segment, you may begin to notice these signs within yourself in ways you never imagined. Stay attentive to each one and prepare to recognize yourself on a deeper level. Intuition is one of the first signs of an old soul. If you have a natural sensitivity, almost like a sixth sense that always seems to know what's coming, it may be that your soul has lived other lives. This innate wisdom, which appears in the form of intuition, is more common in souls that have accumulated experiences over many existences. Imagine how many lessons your soul has carried from past lives, and how this invisible library of knowledge manifests intuitively, guiding you in moments of uncertainty. Have you ever noticed that you make quick decisions, as if you already know what to do, even without all the information? This ability to sense the way is one of the marks of a reincarnated soul. Your intuition has become more refined because in each past life, you encountered situations that left lasting impressions on your essence. It's no coincidence that certain choices feel so natural, as if they're a reflection of something you experienced in another time. This inner clarity that guides you in crucial moments is strong evidence of the accumulated wisdom over multiple lives. Another fascinating indication that you might be a reincarnated soul is when this intuition extends beyond you and begins to alert you to the energies and intentions of those around you. You can sense a person before truly knowing them, almost as if you have a heightened awareness of the vibrations around you. This type of sensitivity, often rare, is a gift from past experiences, where the soul learned to recognize and protect itself from negative intentions or energies that might harm it. Intuition, in this case, is like an ancient compass, always pointing toward what is safe and aligned with your well-being. And this intuition, more than just a protective tool, can be a guide for your purpose. Reincarnated souls often feel an urge to follow a path that resonates with what they have learned before. This sense of already knowing and already understanding the right paths is an invitation for you to trust your intuition more. It's as if the experiences of past lives are here to show you that you are not lost. You already have all the answers within. You just need to listen. Déjà vu is one of the most mysterious signs of a reincarnated soul. If you have ever found yourself in a completely new place and suddenly felt as if you had been there before, or if a situation seemed strangely familiar, you may be experiencing fragments of past lives. Buddhism explains that these glimpses are latent memories from other incarnations, where the soul briefly relives something it has already experienced. Imagine for a moment that this déjà vu is a window to a previous life, a clue to remember who you were and what you have lived. In addition to déjà vu, some people have inexplicable memories of places, people, or even specific historical events. These details may appear in vivid dreams, during moments of reflection, or even randomly, but they carry a profound sense of truth. If you have experienced memories like these, you may be facing a direct trace of your soul's past. These memories, which seem to arise out of nowhere, are like pieces of a puzzle that refuse to disappear, leaving the impression that they belong to something bigger and older. This feeling of familiarity with distant times and places, even those you've never visited, can spark an intense and almost inexplicable curiosity about specific historical themes. It's as if something within you feels called to a particular era, as if you want to learn more about that period. People who experience these feelings often feel drawn to cultures, histories, or even attire from certain eras, seeing something familiar in them. This pull to connect with the past can be a clear sign that your soul has already lived and experienced these eras. Déjà vu and inexplicable memories are, in this way, reminders that your essence has already traveled many paths before arriving here. These memories can bring both a sense of comfort and a longing for something more. as if they are reminding you that your soul is larger than this life and carries within it stories that have shaped who you are today. These clues are precious reminders to look beyond the surface and recognize that there is more to you than just the present. If you feel a deep connection to cultures and places you've never known, this could be a sign that your soul has already been connected to those locations in previous lives. Perhaps you have always felt drawn to an ancient city, a specific country, or even certain traditions and practices. This inexplicable connection may be a reflection of memories stored deep within your soul, as if it's trying to reconnect you to experiences and knowledge from other lives. Think about it. Could this unexplainable attraction be your soul trying to return to what was once important to it? For some people, this connection goes beyond a passing interest and transforms into a true affinity. They may have a natural and deep understanding of the culture, language, or even spiritual practices of certain places, even without having ever studied them. This kind of affinity is a common characteristic in reincarnated souls, who carry with them the essence and wisdom accumulated in other places and times. This ease in understanding other cultures is an echo of past lives, where the soul was already immersed in that context. Some even experience a feeling of belonging when visiting certain places, almost as if they are returning home. Have you ever felt at peace, welcomed, or emotionally moved upon stepping foot in an unfamiliar place? For Buddhism, this reaction could be a strong indication that your soul has inhabited or lived significant moments there in another time. These inexplicable emotional bonds act as portals to the past, connecting you to pieces of your history that transcend time. This connection to distant cultures and places is a reminder that your soul doesn't belong only to the present. It carries within it a vast repertoire of experiences and knowledge acquired over different incarnations. These deep ties to the past reinforce the idea that we are much more than what we consciously remember. When you feel an inexplicable attraction to a place or culture, it may be your soul subtly reminding you of where it has been and what it has learned. Recurrent dreams are one of the most intriguing signs of a reincarnated soul. If you have frequent dreams with scenarios, people, or situations that seem unrelated to your current life, you may be accessing memories of a past life. Buddhism views dreams as a window to the subconscious, where the soul can reveal fragments of experiences and emotions lived in other times. Imagine that while you sleep, your soul is showing you pieces of a complex puzzle, trying to remind you of where it has been. These dreams may have specific themes that repeat in ways you can't understand. Many reincarnated souls dream of ancient places, unknown faces, or even significant events like battles, ceremonies, or journeys. These recurring themes, which seem to appear without an apparent reason, may indicate that the soul is attempting to process past memories that still impact who you are today. Each of these dreams is like a piece of a life that still echoes within you. If these dreams bring strong emotions such as fear, joy, or nostalgia, this is even more significant. It is common for reincarnated souls to relive certain feelings tied to past lives in their dreams, as if the soul still carries these emotional traits. The intensity of these dreams is a reminder, a call for you to pay attention to what seems to go beyond the present and explore what these feelings reveal about your accumulated experiences. These recurrent dreams are not mere coincidences. They are signs that the soul wants to connect you to something greater. Each recurring dream is an opportunity to understand a little more about the path you have already walked, leading you to explore the deeper meaning of your existence. It's as if the soul is leaving clues while you sleep, trying to remind you that there is more to your journey than what you see here and now. Some reincarnated souls feel, from an early age, a certain disconnection with the world around them, as if they don't fully fit into society or with people of their generation. This feeling of being different may arise subtly but persistently, as if the present world doesn't fully resonate with you. This is one of the strongest signs of a soul that has already gone through other existences, and perhaps has known values, lifestyles and eras that today are mere memories. It's as if, on some level, your essence senses that it has already lived far beyond what the present time has to offer. This disconnection may manifest in small ways, such as not identifying with modern trends or feeling that certain worldly concerns are too superficial. For a reincarnated soul, the present moment may feel limited and the modern world strange. This doesn't mean you can't adapt, but that somewhere within there is a remembrance of something greater and older. It's as if your soul knows it has experienced other realities, and the present feels small compared to those more expansive experiences. Additionally, this sense of not belonging may bring a strong desire to seek answers, explore ancient philosophies, or dive into profound themes. Old souls often have an intense thirst for knowledge and purpose, as if they know that life isn't just about what we see here and now. They feel called to seek deeper meanings, and this drive guides them to understand who they truly are. This urge is a sign of wisdom accumulated in other lives, where the soul has already learned and experienced something that the current existence has yet to fully reveal. This disconnection with the present is actually a reminder that your soul carries a greater story. Instead of trying to fit in where you don't feel you belong, understanding that this feeling is a sign of your spiritual journey can be transformative. It's as if the universe is showing you that you have a larger mission, and this sense of not fitting in is actually a call to explore and reconnect with your true essence. Have you ever felt nostalgic for something you can't identify? An inexplicable nostalgia that arises suddenly, almost as if you're remembering something that doesn't belong to this life. This nameless longing is one of the most enigmatic signs of a reincarnated soul, and for many, it is one of the most convincing proofs that the soul has already lived in other times. This nostalgia may emerge when listening to an old song, watching a movie set in another era, or even seeing a landscape that touches something deep within you. It's as if your soul is trying to remind you of moments, places and experiences that were significant but have been left behind. This inexplicable nostalgia can be triggered by small things and often brings with it an intense and almost familiar feeling. If you've experienced this, you know it's more than just a fleeting emotion. It's a real longing, as if a part of you is truly there. For Buddhism, this feeling is a vestige of past lives, a reminder that the soul has already experienced many realities and carries these memories within itself. It's as if the past is calling, trying to remind your soul of who it once was and what it learned. Many reincarnated souls experience this nostalgia for different places or eras, and each one may reveal an aspect of what you have already lived. This feeling of inexplicable longing may come with images, sensations, and even deep desires to relive what your soul feels as familiar. This internal call is like an anchor that connects you to other times, other stories, and at the same time makes you seek a deeper meaning for your current life. This inexplicable nostalgia, though mysterious, is an invitation for you to look beyond the present. It reminds you that you are more than this life, and that there are valuable fragments of experiences and memories stored within you. Rather than ignoring this longing, allowing yourself to feel it and explore it can bring profound insights into your own essence and purpose on this journey. If you feel an irresistible attraction to spiritual themes and self-discovery, This could be a strong sign that your soul has crossed many lives, always in search of the truth. Reincarnated souls usually have a natural curiosity about existential questions, as if, on some level, they have already experienced the material world and now wish to understand their deeper essence. This fascination with spirituality, meditation, and personal development is a common trait in those seeking more than answers, a reunion with their own soul. This attraction to spiritual themes doesn't arise by chance. It's like a reminder that your soul has already explored these questions in other lives, perhaps even following paths of inner search in past existences. It's as if within you there is an instinct to seek beyond physical reality, a quest that can't be explained rationally. People with this connection often feel they are on a greater journey, and that self-knowledge is an essential part of who they truly are. Another important point is that this fascination with spirituality often awakens a desire to help others find their own truths. Reincarnated souls tend to have a deeper understanding of human struggles and dilemmas, and their empathy is a reflection of this. This desire to help and share what they learn reveals that these souls have already walked similar paths and now feel they can offer guidance. It's as if, in seeking their own wisdom, they feel the call to guide and inspire those around them. This fascination with self-discovery, therefore, is not just a curiosity. It's a manifestation of your soul's wisdom. It's your essence reminding you of what truly matters, as if every spiritual discovery you make in this life were part of a continuous quest that began long before. This impulse to delve deeply into yourself and understand the spiritual world is an invitation for you to keep moving forward, honoring the lessons of past lives and seeking enlightenment. We have arrived at the final sign, and it is one of the most powerful for recognizing a reincarnated soul. A deep and natural empathy for others is a strong characteristic of someone who has lived many lives. Old souls carry within them a unique capacity to connect with the emotions and pains of those around them, almost as if they can feel the experience of others. If you are someone who perceives people's feelings, even when they try to hide them, or who easily places themselves in others' shoes, this may be a clear indication that your soul has traveled many paths and learned to be sensitive to human struggles. This empathy is not just sensitivity, but an emotional wisdom that comes from past lives. It's as if the soul, having passed through various existences, has developed a deep understanding of what it means to be human, with all its joys and challenges. This ability to feel others allows you to understand their emotions without judgment, with an acceptance that comes from a deeper knowledge. After all, a soul that has experienced different roles and challenges knows in essence the highs and lows of human existence and can offer genuine compassion. People with this deep empathy also tend to be very intuitive about what others need. Often, an old soul can sense others' needs without them saying a word. This ability is a direct reflection of accumulated experiences and emotional bonds formed over many lives. It's almost as if you can see beyond words and understand the real feelings that people carry. This direct connection with others' emotions is a gift, a way for the reincarnated soul to bring more comfort and support to the world. Finally, this empathy and deep understanding are signs that your soul came to contribute positively. In each life, the soul not only evolves for itself, but can also influence and help those around it, spreading the compassion and wisdom it has accumulated over its existences. This is the call of the Bodhisattva, a being who, even having reached the potential for enlightenment, chooses to continue reincarnating to help other souls evolve as well. For these souls, the higher purpose is not just to escape suffering, but to guide and support the growth of others, creating a cycle of evolution and learning that involves all of humanity. If you feel a profound desire to help, guide, or serve the collective well-being, this could be the manifestation of this purpose your soul brings from other lives. In the end, Buddhism reminds us that the cycle of reincarnations is an opportunity for the soul to find its true state of serenity and fulfillment, freeing itself from suffering and the illusions that cause pain. This purpose is an internal journey where each experience, each lesson, and each life is part of a process of self-discovery and transformation. When you realize that each moment in this life is part of something much greater, you begin to understand that the present is a continuation of a long story. This profound view of Buddhism invites us to live with more awareness, seeking what truly matters, the evolution and inner peace that lead us to our true destiny. Recognizing yourself as a reincarnated soul can bring a profound transformation in your view of life and of yourself. This awareness creates a connection with your deeper essence, revealing that you are more than the circumstances and experiences of this life. But how do you live in alignment with this perception? The first step is to understand that by being aware of your past lives, you begin to see each situation as part of a growth journey. This changes the way you view challenges and relationships, as they become not just isolated experiences, but opportunities to resolve unresolved matters and evolve. With this perspective, everyday life gains a new depth, and you begin to live with more purpose and wisdom. Another important aspect is the constant practice of self-knowledge. For by delving into your essence, you access traces of wisdom, intuitions, and gifts carried from other lives. Meditation, for instance, is a powerful tool for quieting the mind and reconnecting with this inner wisdom. By meditating, you create a space for memories and insights from past lives to emerge more clearly and naturally, allowing you to better understand who you truly are. Sometimes, these moments of stillness reveal talents or abilities that have always been within you, but that can now be used to help yourself and others. Furthermore, embracing empathy and compassion as guides in your daily life can bring great relief and a greater sense of purpose. Reincarnated souls often have a deep understanding of human difficulties, and this capacity to feel others can be used to build more authentic and positive relationships. By understanding that each person is also on their own journey of learning and evolution, you begin to view humanity with greater compassion. The awareness that you have already walked many paths allows you to offer support and acceptance, spreading wisdom and comfort to those around you. Finally, living with this awareness of reincarnation means honoring accumulated experiences while continuing to seek new lessons. It's not just about remembering what you were in other lives, but integrating these experiences into your current moment, allowing them to shape your decisions and spiritual growth. By realizing that everything is part of a larger journey, you free yourself from the pressure of the here and now and start living with more peace and purpose. This is the true power of recognizing yourself as a reincarnated soul, a life guided by what truly matters and the certainty that every step is part of an eternal and meaningful journey. Now that you know the signs that reveal if you are a reincarnated soul, what resonates most with you? These clues help us understand that we are much more than a single life and that we carry a rich and profound spiritual journey. If you enjoyed this content and want to continue exploring themes like reincarnation, self-knowledge, and spirituality, subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss a video. Like this video and share it with others who are also interested in this path. And leave a comment saying, "My soul seeks wisdom." Your participation helps the channel grow, and allows us to continue bringing content that touches the essence of our spiritual journey.